Hey Indiana voters, the 2020 general election is coming up on November 3rd, and we want to make sure that all of USD's eligible voters are registered and prepared to cast their ballots. As a USD student, you will likely spend part of the year living in California and part of the year living in Indiana. This means you have a choice to make when registering to vote. You can choose to register in California or in Indiana. Should you choose to register in California, you can find information regarding how to do that at our website, www.sandiego.edu/vote. If you decide to vote in Indiana, here are the deadlines and procedures for voting in the state of Indiana. To register to vote in Indiana, you can register using their online registration system at https://indianavoters.in.gov. To do this, you will need a valid Indiana driver's license or Indiana state identification card. You can also print a paper registration form and sign and mail the completed registration form to the county where you live or to the Indiana Election Division. The address can be found on the last page of the application. The deadline to register in Indiana for the 2020 general election is October 5th, but we recommend that you register as soon as possible. If you are registering to vote for the first time, you must include a residence documentation with your registration application when you send it by mail. If the county is able to match your driver's license number or social security number with an existing Indiana identification record bearing the same number, name, and date of birth you provide on the application, then you have met the requirement. You can also meet this requirement by submitting proof of residence with this application or any time up until the election day. Proof of residence can be met by submitting either 1, a copy of your current and valid photo identification, or 2, a current utility bill, bank statement, government check, paycheck, or government document that shows your name and address at the address you provided on the application. When doing this, it is best not to send originals and to be sure to cover any account information with a permanent marker. Because of the challenges and risks that the current COVID-19 pandemic poses, we strongly encourage USD voters to request an absentee ballot. Requesting an absentee ballot will ensure that your ballot gets mailed to whatever address you list as the location where you receive mail, so that you don't have to go to a polling location. When you receive your absentee ballot in the mail, you can fill it out at your place of residency at your leisure. Also, when voting absentee by mail, you do not need to send a copy of your photo ID with your ballot. However, you must make sure it is received by 12 o'clock noon on election day in order to count. Again, we recommend that you return your ballot as soon as possible instead of waiting until the deadline to ensure that your ballot is delivered on time and counted. If this sounds like something you're interested in, you can request that an absentee ballot be sent to you by printing out the absentee ballot request form and mailing it to your county office. The address can be found on the last page of the application. You should make sure your absentee ballot request is received by your county office 1 week before the election, which is October 22nd, for it to be considered valid. For further election information and reminders, follow the USD Votes Instagram at USD Votes Campaign. And for additional information about voting in Indiana, visit the USD Votes website at www.sandiego.edu/vote or your Secretary of State website. USD is a changemaker campus, and we take civic participation seriously. So let's make sure our school has the highest voter turnout possible this year.